Hi, I'm Donna Rhodenizer. I'm here to tell you an accordion story, or maybe two or three. Everybody loves an accordion story, right? Right. Well, my accordion story starts when I was a little girl about 9 years old. Christmas arrived at the Rhodenizer family home and a wonderfully exciting gift arrived. It was this accordion right here. Now, my dad had a brother who was stationed in Germany as part of the armed forces, and my dad contacted him and said, would you please send my family an accordion, which he did. And this is a great big accordion, and it arrived at our house, and as a 9-year-old child, this accordion was just about as big as I was. And I couldn't see the buttons on this side, but I put a mirror on that side so I could see in the mirror what I was doing. And I already had played the piano since I was about 5, so I knew how this side worked, except it was just sideways. And I listened to a recording by Harry Hibbs. He was a Newfoundland accordion player. And one of the songs he played was this. And I thought, maybe I can do that. So I did this. So that's the first part. And then on this side, I pushed my fingers around until I found a sound that would go with that. Put them together, so it sounded like this. And it sounded like a bagpipe, and I was just so thrilled to be able to play the accordion. And I have been playing it ever since. Now, I have 4 siblings. As we grew up, none of whom wanted to play the accordion, which is great because that means I got to keep it as an adult. And Andy and I used the accordion a lot when we were out doing Donna and Andy concerts for kids, as well as sometimes we play like at a garden party or at a farm market or something where we're playing long periods of time. And so I'll play a little bit of violin or fiddle, and then I'll play the accordion a little while, and then we'll play and sing, and so it makes a nice variety. Once I learned how to play that kind of droning kind of thing, I had to learn some of the other buttons, of course, as well. And Andy wrote a song called That's It For Today, and it sounds like this. So I can play both sides. I can't play the button accordion. They have those in Newfoundland, but piano accordion is fine. This instrument arrived at our household at about the same time that another instrument just like this, except it was white, was purchased by another one of my dad's siblings. Her husband was in the armed forces in Germany as well, and so he bought her an accordion at the same time as my uncle bought the one and sent to us. And her accordion is just like this, except it's white. And when she passed away, her family contacted me and said, would you like to have Aunt Marge's accordion? I said, of course. And so I have this one and the sister one that looks just like it, except it's white. And then my dad's younger brother, he bought an accordion. It's a beautiful cherry red accordion, and I ended up with that one as well. So that's 3 accordions, all this big size. Now, my dad's brother, my uncle, who sent my family this accordion, was also interested in having an accordion for his family, and so he purchased one, but it's this little one right here. I'm going to show you that one. It's the same brand, Hohner, and it's about the same vintage because they were purchased about the same time when he was in Germany, and I love this little instrument. It is lighter, of course, because less buttons, and it's easier to cart around, and when Andy and I are doing those long 3-hour kind of gigs, it's nice to be able to switch out from the big accordion to a smaller one, just to give my arms and my shoulders a little bit of a break. And this is the small accordion. It also has a beautiful sound. This is just a smaller version of that. It's a student version, actually. I have taken my accordion to school. I've played it for the students. I've played stuff like this, which makes me seem like an immediate rock star. And they go, I know that. I play. And they say, oh, I know that. And then the song Bingo works really great. So when the... And so we get to sing along with the accordion. Accordion is also great for outdoor things. You don't need to amplify them. They're very loud, and you don't have to plug them in, and they're greatly portable and wonderful that way. My school was asked to perform at a Christmas tree lighting in our community, and the students and I went. It was in December, it was cold, and there was no electricity nearby. I took my accordion and we sang along to some accordion tunes, Jingle Bells and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Santa Claus is Coming to Town or something like that. And it was perfect because everybody could hear it, and I didn't have to drag a whole lot of electronic gear that I couldn't plug in anyway. Another thing I like to do with the accordion is to take it to school and to show the students how it works and talk a little bit about that. If I just push the buttons, but there's no air, you just get that clicky sound. If there's just air and no buttons or opening and closing valves inside, you get just a breathing sound. Which of course they think sounds like Darth Vader. And if I push a button and make the air go, then it makes a sound. So inside there's holes and little flaps over the holes, and as you push a button, the flap lifts, and so the air can go through the hole and it makes the sound. I just had to flip over here and show you this part of an accordion. It's missing the air part. I got this from my accordion repair guy, and he let me have this so I could take it to school and show the students what the inside of an accordion looks like. So when I'm playing a key down here, it's moving these little pads off of the holes. Can you see that moving? There you go. Right there. And the air is going through that hole and making the sounds I want. And in the back, you can see little rawhide kind of flapper things. Those are underneath the flaps, and it seals, or as it lifts, it lets the air out through. And so that's that reedy sound you're getting. And up here we've got 2 rows of holes, and as I push the selections to open or close, there, now the bottom ones are closed. Now none of them are closed. Now the top ones are closed. So it has different sound options, different combinations with whatever holes. Those were these things that I pushed. So that's what the inside of an accordion looks like without me having to take my accordion apart. All right, let's go back to the other accordion again. I have 2 songs that I have played using the accordion that I'm going to make available to you as a download, free download. And the first one is Tune for Rhody, and it was written in honor of my Uncle Blair, who sent my family this accordion and who used to own this one. And that uncle was nicknamed Rhody. Everybody that knew him called him Rhody. And so I wrote a tune called Tune for Rhody, and I'm playing it on this accordion. This accordion has now been gifted to me by my Uncle Blair's family because no one in the family was using it. And I am so thrilled, delighted, and honored to be able to add this accordion to my permanent accordion collection and to be able to have access to it and use it as Andy and I do our performances. There's another tune called Lady of the Red Castle, and that title is derived from my name, because Donna means lady and Rhodenizer in the original German meant red house or red castle. And so Lady of the Red Castle is me, and I'm playing some of the melody lines on this accordion and some of the melody lines on this accordion, and so you hear a little bit of difference in the timbre. Plus, we add to that the wonderful soprano sax played by Chris Mitchell. And because they're all reed-based instruments, the blend is beautiful. It's got a really haunting medieval castle kind of sound to it. So Tune for Rhody and Lady of the Red Castle are both accordion tunes that we're going to make available to you. You can also check out Donna and Andy living room sessions. We've got lots of accordion tunes on there. You can find Maple Sugar, I think I played that on the accordion. Port Hope I played on the accordion. There's a couple of really beautiful slow airs. So you can check out other accordion tunes that you can actually see me in my living room with Andy playing those tunes as part of our Donna and Andy living room sessions. If you have any other musical interests in the areas of choral music for kids, for elementary schools or private vocal studios, or for adult listening of folk traditional kind of tunes, check out donnaandandy.com. You will find our children's music there. You will find my CD, Musically Yours, which has the 2 tunes we're making free as single downloads, but there's 16 tracks on that CD, so you can check that out at donnaandandy.com. Wherever you are, if you've got an accordion and you want to join in and play along, I invite you to do that and have some great fun. And if you don't, just listen in and have fun doing that. Have a great day making music, and make music a great part of your day.